then then they could provide them with funding.
Okay.
So I think that that's probably my favorite approach to it, because what I've seen is that a lot of major companies, they like are able to pour in like millions and millions and millions to make
Yeah,
to
it's
make
always the
films.
same people. Like it
Yeah,
feels like that.
and the thing is, like, it doesn't get the box office returns, and it's like pretty unfortunate. And so I always hear people saying, like, cinema's dead, because it feels like nobody's going to watch unless it's for these huge companies. So I'd
Yeah.
say they're probably like continuing to do film festivals, and also just like promoting a bit more like smaller and like original projects and ideas. That's probably the right way to go, in my opinion.
Yeah. So do you like use TikTok or anything like that?
TikTok. I post on TikTok. I don't use TikTok.
Oh, okay.
I
Like,
know
what do
that's
you
very
think? Do
weird.
you think like TikTok is a huge like, does it make a huge like, like an influence on people's performances, or do you think it doesn't matter at all?
I don't think it impacts people's performances. I do think it may impact what kind of comedy people like. Because I've seen like TV shows. Like there was a Netflix show that came out 1 or 2 years ago. It was called Blockbuster, and it was about like this, all the blockbusters closing down and everything because no one uses them anymore. And basically, the humor that they were using in that show kind of really reminded me of internet humor, like something you'd watch on YouTube, but it doesn't really translate well into TV shows and into films and everything.
Oh, okay.
So I'd say that definitely the more like wacky type of humor, I'd say that I am feeling it and seeing it more in TV shows and films because of social media. But I wouldn't say that in terms of people's actual performances. I don't think it's impacted it that much. What do you say your strengths and weaknesses are as an actor?
As an actor,
Yes.
I think let's start from the weaknesses. I think my weaknesses probably that I don't have a lot of family support as an actor. Like my family is like, "Oh, cool, you're an actor," but they don't know anything. Like my dad and mom are like more like medical people, and they literally don't know anything about acting. So it's like whatever I'm going through, they don't understand.
Yeah.
And I think that's like a weakness compared to people that were like born in the industry. Some people are like, "Oh, my dad is a producer, my dad is an actor." Um, I really think that's my weakness, that I don't have that luxury for like being born in the industry, like as an actor. Um, and I think my strength in acting is that a lot of people like say, "Oh, that's not real. That's not gonna happen," or like, "That's impossible. Are you sure?" Like I don't care, like because I know some things, like some techniques about acting, or even I like kind of like the reason why I asked you about TikTok was because I kind of like when performers edit their clips
Yeah.
into like their daily life, like they make it so personal with the audience. And I'm not saying like they're doing a great job editing, because their editing sometimes is horrible, but I just kind of like relate to those kind of characters that are always editing their films into like social media, especially their recent life or something, and it just really inspires me, and I feel I can connect to that, and I kind of like take that as a strength because I can connect to like my favorite performers through social media or whatnot, even if they're like the other part of the world or something like that.
Yeah.
So let's start with Leonardo DiCaprio, because I've been like talking about it for so long. Like it's been literally 7 years right now that I'm talking about different characters that I want to play with him. And I really want to play. I don't know if you watched this movie, but it's like uh, I don't even remember the name, but it's like they kidnap the movie star. Like they're a bunch of just normal film student. They're not even film students. They're like it's called underground cinema. So they kidnap the movie star, and they tell him to play a role which is really like against what he wants to do, because like say somebody like Leonardo DiCaprio has done like only high budget, like he was just born in like cinema, and like he just he's always been doing just only high budget movies, and it's just probably so hard for him to like even do a normal interview, right? So they kidnap the major star and they tell him what to do. So I think that would be like a really funny character that I would like to play with this actor. I don't know, it's like say my one of my dreams. And I would like to do a movie with Zac Efron and Jacob Elordi so much, and I feel it's gonna be. I can't say if maybe like Zac Efron is gonna be more like an action movie that I want to play with, and like, um, yeah, and honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I want to do some romantic movies in my career, and I'm not ashamed about it because this was what I feel about. Like, that's how I feel, and I like to do maybe some romantic characters or something like that. Um, Honestly, I really liked Nicole Kidman and all of her characters, but I don't want to be Nicole Kidman. So it's just something that I'm trying to like find my own character and my own strength.
Probably Iman Vellani. She's currently playing Miss Marvel in the Marvel movies. Honestly, I just think that because I've seen her in a TV show and I've seen her in the Marvels, and I just thought that like her passion and how enthusiastic she was and how excited she was to be there, it really just shines through. And like when I was seeing a lot of people talk about the Marvels and everything, I know it didn't do well financially, but in terms of critically, a lot of a big strong point that people would bring up would they would say that it really came through in her performance, and you could tell that she really wanted to be there. So probably her in terms of actors that I want to work with.
And I know that you have a scholarship to go to New York Film Academy and stuff like that. How do you feel about LA? And do you see yourself doing anything in LA or
Um, so in terms of LA, it's very very frightening. Going to LA would be terrifying for me because yeah, because I only kind of went down this path like this year at the start of this year. So I'd be going from like a very big pond to like a very small pond. And I'd be
oh, you
full of
went
like,
to LA already?
oh no, I haven't been to LA.
Oh, you
No.
haven't been to
Yeah, but
LA.
I'm just saying like based on like what I know and what I'm seeing online and like at film festivals and everything, there's a lot of people like directors and actors that are like living like really wanting to pursue acting and really wanting to go down that lifestyle. So I think that if I were to stay in LA, it'll be very, very heated in terms of competition and everything. Lots
Right.
of other actors, going for roles and auditions and everything. And it'll be very quick paced, I feel like. Um, if I ever was in a situation where that would be the best, outcome to stay in LA, I probably would, hopefully find a way to, make it work.
Oh, so you see yourself in LA
I
studying
see.
and everything, working.
Uh, I don't know about that. I don't know about. I don't know about that. At least maybe not now. I don't think it's. I don't envision it's gonna happen anytime soon.
Right.
If it does, and it's gonna be like to my benefits and to the benefit of my career, then absolutely I would. Yeah,
Yeah, that's nice.
yeah. And what about you?
Um, well, we're trying to not talk about politics in this interview, so I just really can't tell everything about myself. But um, honestly, I'll just say a little bit about myself. I was studying in LA for like 3 years, and I coached with like even Michelle Denner after I finished my course, and I was just like constantly working on like projects. But the funny story that happened to me was like I was sick of fame. I was sick of like the cameras and everything. I wanted to be behind the camera for a while, and I wanted to go to school to like study filmmaking and everything. And I couldn't switch my visa. I had to go out of the country if I wanted to stop the acting. I had to go out of the country to get a visa and go back to LA again. And when I came out of the country, I couldn't get the visa. Like some, like, presidential elections were happening. A lot of stuff was happening against my nationality before I was Canadian. And yeah, it's a long story. That right now I need a green card to even live in LA. So I would love to go there because my parents live there, my sister is there, And I kind of find I can see myself in that lifestyle right now because before I was like the biggest thing about LA is that I feel real estate sucks over there. Like if you're not an A-lister, you're like it's not like Toronto that you can like have a nice condo for like $4,000 a month or something like that. You have to like pay so much money to like live in even a penthouse or stuff like that doesn't even exist in like so many places in LA. So before I had this issue, and right now that my my dad moved there and like he kind of like tried to like solve that problem for me, so I feel way more comfortable because real estate is a huge like fact in LA. Like I feel even when I was in New York Film Academy, like living on campus really made me sick. Like those housings were like not really what I wanted. Like it was not the place that I wanted to live as an actor or student or whatever. So I think that's just the real estate is so important in LA. Like anybody that wants to move there, I really recommend them doing all the research about where they want to stay, like how they want to live, where how which styles they want to live in an apartment or whatever, because it's definitely not like here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, I love so many directors. I like Steven Spielberg. I like Martin Scorsese. I love to work with Tarantino. But if I was like, say, oh, tomorrow somebody would like want to like hand me a part in like, in LA or some place like that, I would just go with Tarantino because I want to be in like one of his movies like Pulp Fiction or something like that, or like Inglorious Bastards, just to tell my side of the story about what I went through as an actor. Yeah, so it would be nice to work with him. And honestly, I really like to work with the director of Barbie. I don't know if you know Greta.
Yeah, Greta
Yeah,
Gerwig. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, something like that. But I honestly don't really fantasize about a lot of directors because I think I like to work actually with more younger directors, and there's not a lot of young directors in the. I don't know many. Maybe I don't know many people. I feel like directors are like or more like older, and it's. I'm looking to work with like younger directors.
There was also the guy who directed I'm blanking on his name right now. I don't know why, but he directed Babylon. He directed La La Land. He directed Whiplash. Yes, Damien Chazelle. Yeah.
Oh, he directed La La Land.
Yeah.
I don't know him, so I'm
Da-
gonna look into him. Yeah.
Yeah. No, he makes amazing films about like
Wow.
ambition and like how like going into the arts really impacts your personal life.
Yeah, I
Um,
love La La Land.
yeah. No, it was great. In terms of which director I love to work with, that's an easy answer. Wes Anderson. I very much love his films. Like I love
Which one of his movies do you like? Because
um
he's so popular these days.
my favorite. Okay, top three. So it's I really love The Darjeeling Limited. I know a lot of people don't like that film apparently, but I loved it. Um, then I know he also made The French Dispatch. I thought that was a very interesting film. But my absolute favorite Wes Anderson movie is easily, and my like current favorite movie of all time, Grand Budapest Hotel. Like
Oh, that
it's
was a
just
fun
amazing.
movie.
Yeah, no, it's great.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I just think that his approach to comedy
You like
and
comedy.
yeah, I love like especially like his style of comedy and everything where like it kind of acknowledges the awkwardness, but it's not like awkward 24/7 like throughout the entire film. Like there's different styles of comedy and everything, and like sometimes there's slapstick and everything. And I think that the dialogue is very very sharp in all of his films. Um, yeah, so I really and I also like that he I like when directors do work with similar casts because on one hand a lot of people don't like that because it's like you're not giving other people a chance, which I kind of agree with, but on the other hand it shows that the director kind of knows what they want and what they like in their characters. So yeah, definitely Wes Anderson. What I would change in the industry? I'd say probably how the people behind the camera get treated because I know that I know that like when everyone was young, like when we were all like kids and everything, we're like, oh my gosh, this actor's perfect. they're cool in the movie, so they gotta be cool in real life. But obviously, you get older and you learn of like people doing different things and like treating people like not well and everything. And you know, I feel like so many times I've just been like scrolling online and I discovered this like random audio that someone had to record in secret of an actor going and yelling at people and being rude and treating their